In the big city of Seoul, there lived a mysterious young man named Jungkook. His presence was an enigmatic as the chilly winds that swept through the quiet streets, with an aura of solitude surrounding him. Jungkook was known for his cold and distant demeanor, a stoic figure who seldom cracked a smile. His piercing gaze seemed to hold a world of untold stories, and his reserved nature only added to the air of mystery that followed him wherever he went. Despite the vibrant colors that painted the town, Jungkook's world seemed to be draped in the shades of grey, as if he carried a burden that weighed heavily on his shoulders, preventing even the faintest hint of warmth from escaping his stoic facade. The townsfolk whispered about the layers of complexity hidden behind his icy exterior, wondering what secrets and emotions lay dormant within the heart of the boy who seldom revealed his true self. In the city, where skyscrapers touched the clouds and dreams were woven in the fabric of daily life. Wayan, a girl from the humble corners of the city, carried the weight of poverty on her shoulders. Fate had its way of intervening lives, and Wayan's father, a best friend of Mr. John, saw an opportunity to uplift his daughter's life. A marriage proposal was made, connecting the destinies of Jungkook and Hwaeun. In the heart of the city, where towering structures glistened in the sunlight, Hwaeun found herself navigating the intricate maze of high society as the newly wedded wife of Jungkook, the enigmatic CEO of Jones Enterprises. The Jones mansion stood as a monument to opulence, its walls echoing with the whispers of tradition and societal expectations. Wayan, a girl whose roots were embedded in modesty, now found herself thrust into a world where every step seemed laden with scrutiny. The occasion was a grand family function, a gala that brought together relatives and acquaintances from the upper echelons of society. Wayan adorned in a dress that seemed to pale in comparison to the extravagant gowns surrounding her. Moved with a cautious grace, trying to navigate the unfamiliar terrain as she maneuvered through the crowded room, a delicate tray carrying glasses of juice precariously balanced in her hands. Fate intervened in an unforeseen spill. A gasp rippled through the room as the crimson liquid stained the immaculate gown of Mrs. Jones, the matriarch of the family. In that instant, time seemed to freeze. All eyes turned toward Ryan, the air thick with tension. Mrs. Jones's eyes, usually composed, now glinted with indignation. Without a word, she raised her hand, delivering a stinging slap across Ryan's face. The room fell silent, the collective gasp lingering in the air like a ghost of disbelief. Jungkook, standing at a distance, witnessed the scene unfold. His eyes, normally guarded, betrayed a flicker of surprise. Wyan, her cheek tingling from the impact, met Jungkook's gaze. In that moment, a silent understanding passed between them, an acknowledgement of an injustice that transcended the confines of familiarities. Mrs. Joan, her face a mask of disdain, berated wine in front of the assembled guests. Her words, sharp as daggers, cut through the air, echoing the prejudices that society often harbored against those deemed inferior. Jungkook, torn between loyalty to his mother and a burgeoning sense of justice, stepped forward. "Mother," he began, his voice mild but resolute, "this is uncalled for. It was an accident." Mrs. Joan, unyielding in her stance, dismissed Jungkook's plea. Accident or not, she tarnished the reputation of this family. We can't have someone of her caliber sullying our name. The room buzzed with hushed conversations as Ryan's cheeks flushed with embarrassment. The weight of societal expectations bore down on her, threatening to suffocate the spirit within. In that crucible of humiliation, Jungkook's icy facade began to crack. Enough! Jungkook's voice resonated, cutting through the tension. His eyes, usually distant, were ablaze with a newfound fire. He defended Ryan, unraveling the truth hidden behind the web of societal expectations. His mother's actions were unjust, and he wouldn't stand idly by. "Mother, I married Ryan because I love her, not for the status or wealth she doesn't possess. Her worth is not determined by an accident or the fabric she wears." The tension escalated, reaching its crescendo. The love story between Jungkook and Ryan, once confined to stolen glances and tender moments, now faced the harsh scrutiny of societal judgment. As the truth emerged, the relatives witnessed the transformation of Jungkook's demeanor. Ryan, once a victim of circumstances, now stood by his side, a silent pillar of strength. The revelation of love amidst chores painted the narrative with hues of authenticity, turning a chapter in their lives that would be attached in their hearts forever. Ryan, though scarred by the public humiliation, found solace in the unwavering support of her husband. The incident became a turning point, a catalyst for change. Within the grand walls of the Joan mansion, love, tested and proven, emerged stronger than the societal constraints that sought to strangle it. From that day forward, Jungkook and Ryan embarked on a journey of love, overcoming societal expectations and familial barriers. Their love story, not bound by the shackles of the past, unfolded in the present, a testament to the resilience of the human heart and the power of love to conquer even the coldest of souls.